Hello everybody, Kayn here, and welcome to another video of Art of Conquest. So, we have the 5th anniversary. So I've played the game for more than 1 year and a half on this account, and I have been in 2 of the anniversaries. And the previous one, I don't think that I had a good opinion about. So this one, the first glances, I also don't have a good opinion about. Now, it's not about the rewards or so, but other things. So, let's touch on one subject at a time for now. So, Feast of 100 Draws. This is reused events, reused assets from the previous one. The only difference, I think, is that they extended the draw time from a few days to 21 days, which is incredible because previously it only benefited maybe 1% of the player base, and even that was on the new servers, and it was very short. Now, actually, even the new people can wait for heroes that they require or wait for heroes that they want. And in this type of rotation, you're gonna cover more than half of the heroes in the game. Probably almost all of them. I'm not entirely sure, but a lot of them, which is, again, pretty goddamn good. So they're learning slowly to actually make decent stuff. The pet stuff, I probably don't even need to talk about it. Like, that stuff is pointless. The thing is, when people think about anniversary, this is like a special thing in the game. And a special thing in the game, people should remember that special anniversary from year to year. So we have a thing called Lucky Wheel right now. Now, would you imagine if you would be giving like 100 pulls of Lucky Wheel for people, right? The thing is, if you would be giving that, people would pull, hey, a +7. They would pull a skin. They would pull, I don't know, like a lucky equipment box, something, right? They would probably get something from here. They would remember that anniversary. And that is what you want for people to do. As well as they would be like, yo, last anniversary was goddamn awesome. I really hope they would do the same or even step up a notch. From the last anniversary, I mean, when we got a skin that literally nobody uses right now, like this is just a buffer. I mean, you know what they did this time? I believe, well, I cannot really leak, but it is pretty much reused assets from one hero, copy pasted on another hero, and you have a skin. And that is what they did for this anniversary. Yes, it's stupid and it's goddamn just horrible. And this entire anniversary is just pretty much copy paste of stuff from the events that we already had. So, gather components. This is literally Purify Nor plus this window where it can lead you to the 12 mobs on the map that respawns every 2 hours. And of course you have to kill them every 2 hours because they disappear. And if you don't kill them every 2 hours, you're losing on these screws or cogs. And if you're losing on these screws and cogs, well shit, you're losing on a ton of rewards that you're able to get. Who knew that they would have such an event where some people were sleeping, some people also had work and stuff like that? Personally, I had time, I logged in at that time to check, and I was lucky to notice something like this. But if I was sleeping, I woke up to this, I missed a few hours, I would be pissed off. So, not letting people know about the event beforehand, having something like this, is kind of pretty bad, and people will not remember this anniversary because, hey, you got something incredible. People are gonna remember this anniversary because, hey, they just messed me over or they just fucked me in the ass. And I have to do that because, you know, I can't really cuss too much in videos. So, that is what happened. Basically, we go around the map, we see like some screws here or here, and we just use one hero, Tiadrin, and she clears that stuff in like 5 seconds. And we have to do this literally 12 times every 2 hours. Fortunately, they're gonna change it soon to make it one spawn every 12 hours. But even then, likely the rewards would have changed, probably not to the player's favor. So essentially, a lot of the grinders are gonna get less, but people who are working and say sleeping would actually be able to get the same amount of material. So there is a nuance here and there, but we're gonna see. However, those people who had missed those, unfortunately, they're probably not gonna get those. So my opinion in terms of this particular thing is not really good. The thing is, again, you should not reuse assets you already have in game. It's so easy to think of multiple things that are pretty simple, could be fun, you could be used even for something like this. Like you want to make different type of content instead of copy paste. I'm not sure if it's very hard for them to think of new stuff, but for me, it just takes a few minutes. For example, I thought about Battle Tournament. I gave it to a community manager. Community manager passed it on to somebody from top to bottom. And there we go. You have a new event. Unfortunately, when I messaged that community manager, apparently the idea was no longer mine and they made their own thing or whatever, when the entire thing from top to bottom, even clicking on the event, even clicking on the army or the hero or checking or dragons or multiple races or just 2 races, literally everything was mentioned in my own text, as well as armies or whatever. So I don't really know if it was that much of a coincidence that literally 95% of what I said to the CM is literally the exact event. But Lilith, if you really need some ideas from the past stuff that we had, pretty much I can sell you my ideas if you want for player base to actually experience new content. Because I mean, it's actually pretty hard, you know, to make new stuff. That's the only thing I can actually say. And to add on top of that, oh look, we have the exact same shop like the friggin' bazaar. Who could have guessed that they just copy paste and reused assets or whatever? It's becoming a little bit of a boredom. I mean, I don't mind the rewards. They are free. However, again, this is nothing different. Exact same thing, exact same experience as we did before or played another event. Like, if you're gonna do an anniversary, man, you just have to do something different. Like, it's not like you have to just do an entire huge bonanza of events or whatever, just one core event, couple of side events, and that's it. Like, why do you copy everything? It's crazy. So that sort of rant aside on the BS that we just have as beginning of this anniversary, let's talk about the shop, of course. What should you buy? So personally, my own choices are going to be the badge energy boxes as well as the sapphires. But in this particular shop, I would highly suggest for people to get the crown of gods. Now, I probably wouldn't suggest them in any other one. In this one, I would highly suggest. The reason for that is because you don't spend Linari or a ton of them to get a ton of rewards to actually boost your account. Thing is, how can I put it? You have to also measure what kind of resources would be able to help you out as well. So for example, if you're on a very, very, very new account, probably going for this is not going to give you a huge boost. But for me, I know that eventually, I'm gonna require to get more of the stars in the reliquary to then upgrade the stele for either the drum of heroism or the deep marsh curse, and of course eventually into this one. So we kind of do require to get some sort of, say, a quintessence from wherever. So it's more like looking a little bit into the future and finding like the cheapest routes to be able to acquire those things. And I do believe in this one, it is one of the cheaper ways to acquire, and I'm not gonna miss out on this particular one. It's likely not gonna add a ton for me, as say it would add like a couple of percent for resistances from this one. Highly likely would add a couple of slots with this one, since I don't have a lot of gears 5-star at the moment. But the difference is likely you're gonna be able to buy this. You're gonna be able to buy the Covenant boxes or whatever, and likely you would be able to buy the +7 hours and some other stuff. And the choice is, you might want to remove one of those and just get Crown of Gods. But we don't know how much of these we will earn in, or rather every 12 hours. So that can also change, as well as I have purchased this one fully with farming every 2 hours, and I still have 900 left. So it really depends, because this is like the first half of the day as well. Might be able to even buy more than I kind of, anticipate myself. So in terms of this, it's actually generous if you're willing to put the time, for now at least. But honestly, I do want to see new stuff, especially for anniversary. Like, anniversary is something in games that should be remembered for. Not because, hey, I purchased this Crown of Gods, but hey, like, did you know that we had this, and because of that, I got that, and that. And you want people to talk about that stuff, and you want people to wait for that stuff. And they're not gonna remember this sort of thing just because, oh yeah, we got like this 50 coins here, and then we had to spend like hours grinding just so we can get a couple more resources. Is that like something that you want your thing to be remembered, or stuff like that? Like, probably I wouldn't even say I don't know, I wouldn't even show this game to my friends if I already knew what this game was. Like, you want people to be excited to do stuff and, like, get a ton of stuff instead of like, hey, yeah, you just have to grind to get anything. Yeah, it is like that. If you don't like it, you don't grind, and other people are gonna get it. Boohoo or whatever. I mean, and yeah, this one just respawned. How does it look like? This is 100% exactly like Purified Nor. I mean, that's pretty much it. All there is to it. So yeah, this is probably a rant again, but my god, come on guys, it doesn't take a lot to try to invent something new, right? You need something new. God damn. Anyways, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I don't know what's coming in the next 3, so probably we're gonna talk about them later on as well. Probably one video per one particular thing, as well as my thoughts, as well as maybe a couple days later, I would have some opinions changed in terms of the shop, or what is more worth to buy or so, or what probably I managed to grind. Who knows, we're gonna see. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Do let me know your opinions about this particular thing. Do you enjoy it? Do you like the same exact thing? Or do you want or would want something new for the anniversary, and something that you would actually remember it for? Thanks for watching, take care, and stay safe out there.